Not Worth the Time with Wade Taylor. Hey everybody, welcome back to Not Worth the Time. That's right, it's that time of year again. It's that time of year again? Year again? You mean that time of the month again? There's 2 times a month. Just we're worse to this podcast is worse to all its listeners than Mother Nature was to all women. We do this twice a month to just fuck with you. Technically, sometimes there's 3 times a month. It's weird. It's like when you guys ever get your paycheck on the 3 times a month. You know, like it's every 2 weeks, but somehow it just works out that you get that 3rd paycheck in 1 month. Woo! Isn't that like Christmas? Twice a year that happens. It's twice a year you get a 3rd paycheck in the month. And that's just fucking extra money, baby. You've already paid all the bills. You're just like, bam, free money. You just stock up on that shit. You know? Yeah, when I've moved a couple times, I always paid my rent pretty early, right? So like every paycheck, it was like whatever half my rent was paid, right? So you pay half your rent through each paycheck, and somehow every time I've done that, I always get ahead because I think on those times when I do the when you get the 3rd paycheck of the month, I don't realize it. I'm like, okay, well let's pay half my rent. And I pay half my rent. Then when I move out of the place, they've just like been like, oh, you actually paid us like 2 months of head of rent, so here's just an extra $1,000 or whatever. It's like, sick. I just had extra money laying around that wasn't gaining interest because I didn't have it in my bank account because I'm a moron and don't pay attention to my finances. But it's that time of the month again, guys. We're here. We're talking about stuff. It's a good time. I'm glad to see you guys. If you're watching this on YouTube, you'll notice that things look a little different now. Yeah, that's because I've moved back to Iowa. That's right. We're living back in the good old state of Iowa, and it's good. It's nice to be back. It's nice to be home. I am thoroughly, thoroughly happy to be back. But yeah, that's all there is to know about that. But yeah, so that's why everything looks different and not as cool as it once did. But you know what? We're all good. We're all good. I've been trying to think about stuff to talk about. I don't know what I'm going to talk about today off the top. I know it's getting close to Halloween, so everybody's freaking the fuck out about that. And just getting super jacked for Halloween. You know, I still don't get the obsession with Halloween. It definitely, if you have kids, totally get it. But this that gap between the ages of 20 to 30, who are super into Halloween still, always is a weird gap to me. But I also get that I'm into wrestling, so who the fuck am I to judge? Am I right? Yeah. So, I mean, you do what you got to do, right? You just enjoy yourself and don't listen to me. I'm a moron, and you shouldn't take anything I say into consideration. But I do think you're a little weird for liking it. I like the pageantry of wrestling. I guess you like the pageantry of Halloween. It's cool. I do love some Halloween movies. I guess it's not Halloween movies. I hate when people call scary movies Halloween movies. Like, I get the whole thing of Halloween is supposed to be scary and but scary movies are not just Halloween movies, and I hate how they get it lumped into this weird thing. Like Halloween Town, that's a Halloween movie. That's a Disney-fied Halloween movie, but you know what? It is a Halloween movie because it's actually centered around Halloween. Jason is not a Halloween movie. That's a slasher film. That's a terrifying murderer. That has nothing to do with Halloween. Halloween Michael Myers. I'll give you that one because it's actually called Halloween. Cool. Set on the Halloween night. It's when he goes out and kills, right? But like Freddy doesn't happen on Halloween. Whatever. Does that movie, what is it? Idle Hands? That movie definitely counts as a Halloween movie because I'm pretty sure all that happens on Halloween night, and that's how like his buddies are still alive and can go out because they look like they're dead zombies. So everyone's like, it's just a thing. What a fucking wild movie that is. They fucking stick a goddamn barbecue fork down that dude's neck and then put his neck on top of it and duct tape it. It's so fucking nuts. And then you got Seth Green with a bottle in his head. Goddamn. I forgot all about that movie until I just brought that up. But that's technically a Halloween movie because that happens at like a Halloween dance or whatever. I do miss like I'm 29 now. I just turned 29, guys. Yesterday, to the 27th, I just turned 29. It's crazy to think, but I like being in the early 20s when you're like 21 to 25. I guess Halloween's still kind of cool. I get it. I had some fun. One of my favorite memories was when I went to like Augustana, which is a college up in Sioux Falls. South Dakota, and we went there, and like they're like a Christian college, and they actually throw like a Halloween dance, which is super funny because like then it just turns into like that whole like 1950s culture where like people are like definitely trying to spike the punch bowl, and like people are pre-gaming and going fucked up. It's just so funny because I never did like any of the pre-gaming like dances or whatever. I wasn't one of those kids who like pre-game before prom or anything like that. So like then to actually go to a dance in college where they were just like, yeah, no, we're just gonna get super fucked up before we go dance in our costumes all night. It was so funny. Me and my buddy dressed up as Jabberwockies. Yes, just and we I think we did a creepier version of the Jabberwockies for sure. Because we were like, what should we do for the Jabberwockies? Okay, and, you know, normally they probably had more of like a colorful like hoodie and sweatpants and colorful batting gloves. We went straight all black. So we just had the white face mask, and then we had black hats on, black hoodies with black. We just looked like burglars who could breakdance. One guy would distract you by breakdancing, while the other one would pickpocket your wallet while doing the robot, just like stealing your wallet. That's what we did. We didn't rob anybody, I swear. At least I didn't. But we went to this dance, man. It was so fun. And like we're so fucked up, and we both look exactly the same because we wanted to be a crew member. It would have been more cool if we had like 4 or 5 guys to actually make a dance crew, but it was just me and one other friend being the Jabberwockies, so we just look like twins in these weird robber wannabe Jabberwocky outfits. It was insane. And then we were just dancing with people and being in the circle, and I remember dancing with these 2 girls, right? One of us danced with the other one was it, and we just decided we went whoop and flip because they never saw our faces, and we were dressed exactly the same, so we just switched. And we're just dancing, whatever, and they were just having a great time. They're like, "Oh my god, these guys are great!" And at one point, it was funny because like we didn't go to school there. We're just hanging out. We got invited to go up here by a buddy whose brother went to school there. Was it he? He didn't even go to school there. So we just got like it was an invite of an invite. It's just so many layers to getting to go to this party, right? And like I remember these girls asking me and my buddy, "Who are you guys?" And we literally just put our finger up to our mouth, like no. And then we just backed up. We like moonwalked out and like disappeared. It was fantastic. Yeah, you just fucking disappear into the night. That's how you do it, guys. Leave them wanting more. That's what you always got to do. And then we proceeded. We got more and more intoxicated. I think we snuck shooters into there, and we're doing those. Then one of our buddies, who was dressed like the Mayhem guy from the Allstate commercials, just passed out face down in the fucking floor in the middle of the dance floor. And that's when we picked him up. We gotta go. Well, nobody can know we're all drunk, and we just all bailed. And then that's when we all separated because we were like, everybody scatter because we thought we were getting chased. I don't know if that was really happening, but we scattered like we were in big trouble. So we scatter. I ended up meeting these group of people, going to a haunted house on campus with them, which was fun and whatever, going back to a dorm room, hanging out. It was a good time. Then I ended up back at the house we were staying, and my buddy, dressed like a Jabberwocky, bursts in through the door, holding a bunch of vote for this local politician signs and a little kid's tricycle. Yeah, he doesn't remember doing any of that. He doesn't remember taking any of that, why they decided to do it. He was just like, I guess this will be a funny thing to do. So, yeah, I get it. You know, I'm just an old man now. I think Halloween's weird. I think dressing up's dumb. But God damn it, you youngins, you enjoy your Halloween. You enjoy your weird college dances that they put on that you're supposed to go to sober and be a sober alternative activity, but instead you get super fucked up and go to. You have my blessing. Go to your Halloween parties. You know. But you should watch some scary movies throughout the Halloween season, you know. One of my favorite movies, and it's widely renowned as a very, very bad Halloween movie. It's not even a Halloween movie. It's a bad slasher film. And, of course, it's a sequel to one of my favorites, Jason Voorhees. That's right. And it's called Jason X. Now, I'm sure some of you have seen this. We're going to watch the trailer today on the show because it's that good, guys. So let's watch this trailer for Jason X right now.
In the year 2455, on a routine training mission,
Well, I guess that's longer
team
than
of
I thought it was.
students
I thought it was like
is
right
about to
20 years
discover
ago.
a life form frozen in time.
Ooh, a life form. Wow.
They're on their way
How
back.
can Jason?
Prepare for docking
Wait a
and
minute,
power
pause.
the lab.
You brought him on board?
Jason can't be a life form. He's already been dead. He just kind of reappears all the time. Or is he technically not dead? I've always thought of him as being a dead zombie. A dead special needs zombie that just kills because that's what he has to do. Anyway, let's continue.
Everything's under control, man.
No, it's not. That's where they were wrong. Oh, shit.
What the hell is going on?
Jason Voorhees, that's what's going on. He's an unstoppable killing machine.
Guys, it's okay. He just wanted his machete back.
Only you just wanted a
Get off
deadly
the ship.
weapon that'll
I don't know.
cut you up into
Look,
pieces.
we're gonna be all right.
What? Are you high?
Uh-oh.
He's here.
Are you high? No, what do you mean it'll be okay and he only wanted his machete back? Are you crazy? He's a masked murderer. Did she say mask murderer or mass murderer? Turns out it's correct either way you slice it. Let's go.
You have got to get them out of there.
Hey, Slappy.
Like that's an intimidating thing to call Jason.
I think we're finally okay.
What the hell is that? You've got to be kidding me.
Oh, wow.
He's been modified. Oh, yeah.
Hey, I got an idea for a new Jason sequel. Let's send him into space. Okay, I like it. That's a new territory for Jason. We definitely want to get him some new exposure, new experiences. Even mass serial killers, guys, need new experiences in life. Remember that. You can't just limit just because they like killing people doesn't mean they shouldn't go killing abroad. Okay? Don't be bigots, guys. These guys just work hard and deserve to go visit some places too, okay? Jason slashes Italy would be a fantastic one. Just imagine him running through the Colosseum, just fucking murdering tourists. Or how about this? We'll make Jason a good guy. We'll send him to the Vatican. There we go. Jason versus the Vatican, and he's just gonna go through and murder all the pedophile Catholics. Bam, dude! I just sold a great goddamn movie right there. See. But this is where it's really funny is they're like, we're going to put him in space. That's cool. Wait, there's more. We're also going to make him part Terminator. Oh my God. We're going to have a special needs fucking slasher monster who's also part robot. Sign me the fuck up.
You guys might want to run.
Evil gets an upgrade. Jason X. Yeah, so add that to your repertoire of something to watch for this Halloween, guys. That movie fucking rules. If you like just horrible, cheesy movies, Jesus Christ, it's great. It is so great. What a great tagline, too. God damn, trailers used to be so much cooler, right? Like, I know they basically just explain the whole movie, but that's all horror movies, right? You kind of just know what's going to happen with them. You know where they're going with it, so they just explain the whole plot. I mean, fuck it. Like, that should have been the big reveal. It's like, Jason in space, and be like, okay, cool. And then all of a sudden, bam, they reveal it, like, halfway through the movie, right? That he's upgraded. He's now Turbo Jason. And you just fuck his world up, right? But, you know what? That's just how it goes sometimes. You just don't always get what you want. But that's one of my favorite dumb movies to watch, guys. You should definitely check it out. You'll enjoy it. Well, that's been my movie recommendation of the week. If you like that movie recommendation of the week, maybe I'll do more. Leave a comment or whatever. Email us at punninggame@gmail.com. And let me know if you want me to do a movie recommendation of the week. But with that being said, guys, it's time to get into the stuff we found online this week. That's right. So let's take a look at this. The first thing I found today, actually, let me go back here. The first thing I found this week that I wanted to talk to you guys about is it turns out, it's starting to get cold, guys. Nobody wants to deal with cold weather, right? Well, turns out we now know there's ways you can actually become adjusted to the cold. That's right. How to help your body adjust to the cold. That's right. And so, as you can see here, here's some lovely pictures of New York City during the winter. It's a little bit cold. It's the 21st of 20. That was in 2018. You know, Baltimore. It's cold out there, guys, and you know what? You need to adjust. Also, if global warming's real, why is there so much snow? I'm just joking. I don't know. I'm not a goddamn weather thing. Fall is here. Mercury is falling. The mercury is falling in the thermostats around the northern hemisphere. I thought they were saying Mercury affects our weather there for a second. I'm not gonna lie. I read that. I was like, Mercury is falling. I was like, wait, so Mercury like dips, and that's what causes the cold to happen? You would think Mercury being in front of the sun would block some of the heat, which then would make the world colder. So, but it's falling, which so the heat hits. I'm an idiot. That's where my brain was going there for a second. I was like, Jesus Christ, Mercury's falling out of orbit. Isn't that gonna set off some crazy chain reaction? Can you imagine just like one of the planets just decided to just fucking dip out and just fucking fall off of orbit and just falls completely into space? Wild. Well, that would mean if Mercury just fell, right? That would mean the gravitational pull of the sun has weakened, which means Earth would have already fallen off into space because we need that. If Mercury falls because of lack of gravitational pull, it would be even crazier because crazy weak because of how close it is to the sun. Why am I trying to figure this out? This has nothing to do with cold weather. I apologize, guys. My brain, that just really interests me. Anyway, beginning in the 1960s, Army research found that nude men who spent 8 hours a day in 50 degrees Fahrenheit chamber became what is that? Habitated? I don't know. To the cold and had mostly stopped shivering after 2 weeks. Later research in Scandinavia and the UK team likely concluded that people could get used to cold environments. And recent research reviewed from Army research concludes that all humans seem to have at least some ability to acclimate towards cold weather. That's pretty cool. Nude men, though, spending 8 hours a day. Okay, here's my question. Is it individually 8 nude men were in there, or is it like it's like the opposite of a sauna? So it's like 8 nude dudes in a cold room together. My question was, is gay stuff still happening? Where are those guys like flashing each other, wearing a towel, just like, what's up? Like, we see if they were all in the thing together, I just want to hear the recordings, because if you're all nude in a cold room together, there's gotta be a weird conversation. Like, dude, no, it's not. There's dick conversation happening. It's just like, no, bro, it's because it's cold. That's why it's normally big. I swear. See me in the sauna, dude. It'll fucking hang to my knee, dude. Don't fucking talk to me about what's wrong with my dick, bro. But we need to figure out how we can change your body, right? Change your body going through the changes your body goes through in cold weather. Everyone has the ability, or to some extent, to acclimate to cold weather. This says this guy, right? Whatever, Marcus Barzetts. He says the human body seems to achieve acclimation through a mix of different internal adjustments, which people can either encourage or suppress depending on their behavior. That's why Californians don't like any kind of cold, because they just suppress the shit out of it. Like, no, we're not doing it. I'm not going to be in the cold. What sort of internal adjustments? Let's find out. There's evidence a particular type of fat tissue known as brown fat, racist, may help the body generate heat in response to precipitate. Body generate heat in response to persistently cold conditions. Chronic cold exposure somehow activates brown fat, which we know undergoes dramatic seasonal changes. Oh, okay. That makes so the brown fat apparently will all of a sudden kick in and be like, we got to make an adjustment here. Brown fat is like the quarterback of your body heat who just sees like the rush coming in. He sees that cold coming in. That cold front's about to fucking rush your quarterback, and he calls an audible, and he's like, we got to fucking do something different. We got to heat up. Okay, block that cold front. And he just gets the O-line to shift, and bam. That's how, and that shifts the whole body. Brown fat right there. Your brown fat, I guess your brown fat isn't the body, isn't the cold or the quarterback. The brown fat is your O-line, and your body recognizes that, and then it goes, okay, we got to shift the O-line to block this cold front coming in. Got it. Okay, cool. Been watching too much football, guys. It's all in my brain. The placement of the brown fat is important. That temperature perception in the is monitored by the brain, which detects the cold in parts by noting the temperature of the blood flowing through its neck. Dude, that's so wild that your brain is like this whole thing's connected, right? And every time I think about it, it's so weird because you just go on functioning, but your brain is somehow keeping track of internal temperatures and all that stuff. That's how you know if you feel sick or if you're feeling down, or if you're too cold or too hot. Like, it knows, it's keeping track of that, and that's what's sending all these signals. It's so crazy. That's why putting a scarf makes you feel warm. He says, by warming your neck, the blood flow through there, the scarf tricks your brain into believing it's warm. Oh, so see, you're not really warm. You're just tricking the brain into thinking it. Got it. It's just as cold as the cloth, but the neck can help the brain cool off in the summer. Okay. It's possible that the response in regular cold exposure, brown fat in the neck and areas both become more active because as more comfortable. So basically, it's saying if you expose yourself a little more, rather than like wrapping up immediately when it's cold outside, and like you let that gradually happen, you will become more exposed. So like your skin and your brown fat would be able to handle the cold. Okay, cool. So you just have to slowly expose. Putting your clothes, drinking more hot drinks, increasing the room temperature, consuming more food, which increases inner metabolic rate, as behavior does not allow the body to become more resistant to cold. Okay. While they may impede the body's ability to adjust to cold temperatures, putting on a sweater or sipping on some hot tea for a long term, it does little long term harm. But cranking up the thermostat in your car or home costs money. Home and vehicles heating also are a major contributor to greenhouse gases, and there's where the real problem is. You guys want to be warm, but you're fucking destroying the environment. That's right. You guys are putting out greenhouse gases because you want to be warm instead of just figuring out how to be part of the cold. Deal with the cold. You guys want to fucking deal with the cold, but you too pussy to do it. You won't deal with the cold. Yeah, so you just got to you guys quit turning up your thermostats and shit, and then you won't have to deal with this stuff, okay? We can get rid of global warming if you guys would just become just, polar bears, okay? Just get used to the cold and eat penguins. That's all you got to do, and we'll save the earth. If we all live like polar bears, we'll save the earth. You just got to murder baby penguins. You got to murder tuxedo birds, and we'll be fine. And we'll solve global warming, guys. Are you willing to eat a penguin in order to solve global warming? I don't think so. And if you're not, I don't want anything to do with you. Okay? Get out of my face. Okay, let's find the quickest way to adapt to the cold. It really just acclimate. If you really want to acclimate your body to the cold, frigid showers get the job done. Cold showers are no fun. Dude, I like taking a cold shower now and then. It's great. Take a cold one, reminds you that goddamn it, you love a warm shower. Take a warm shower for granted, but take a cold one, and you'll realize it's not. And also, you get out of there faster. You save water. You're gonna save the environment. And maybe if you do that, then you won't have to eat a penguin. If you take cold showers, I won't make you eat a penguin. Okay, guys, that's what's gonna happen. Anyway. The U.S. Army, who studied how people respond and adapt to cold, he suggested starting off with a quick cold shower exposure. It says 15 seconds and add 10 seconds every day. Okay. Or you just fucking nut up and you just get in there right away. and you just take a full 15-minute shower in the cold. That's right. God damn, that would suck. I cannot do a 15-minute cold shower. But yeah, guys, that's what you need to do. That's why if you want to get down with the cold, that's what you have to do. And just be ready to do all that stuff. Guys, thank you for listening to Not Worth the Time. It's been a fun episode so far today. I appreciate you guys checking in. If you guys like this show, which I'm assuming you do, you want to go check it out at punninggame.com, where we got all sorts of other shows, episodes of all different kinds of fun things. You got the Empty Parlor podcast with Matt and Jeff, where they talk about all sorts of random conspiracy theories or weird paranormal things, or just whatever they feel like talking about that day. It's a great podcast. Check that out for sure. You definitely want to go over and check out Who Gives F, which is my podcast with my brother Nathan. So check that out. That releases every Wednesday, and you can find all of that right at punninggame.com. Also, don't forget to go to Comic Wade Taylor on YouTube. That's where you can find the video version of this podcast and the video version of Who Gives F, plus some stand-up. I got some more clips and stuff coming down the pipeline, so if you want to see me doing some stand-up, definitely go hit subscribe and be on the lookout for that stuff. I'm really looking forward to what I got coming down the pipeline for you guys. Also, if you don't feel like taking cold showers and getting acclimated to the cold weather, and you just rather stick with your hoodie bullshit, you definitely want to go to punninggame.com and go to the Punning Game shop, where you can find hoodies, t-shirts, and all sorts of fun stuff for the different shows here on the network. So support that way. And don't forget to use promo code NWTPOD. That's NWT for free shipping at checkout. So definitely go there and get yourself a hoodie. They're great, man. They're fucking so comfy. So comfy, and they'll keep you warm, so you won't have to deal with acclimating to the cold. You can just go about doing it the regular ass way. Guys, this has been Not Worth the Time. I really appreciate you guys listening, and remember, Jason Voorhees is already used to the cold.